whenever anybody is in comes to AWS, he should know what is region, what is availability zone. So I told you Amazon have different data right now. Okay, uh, currently Amazon has 77 availability zone within 24 geographical region. So right now Amazon has 24 region available across the world and 77 availability zone. So what is region and availability zone? So region is basically physical location where your cluster or data center will be available. Okay, so each region will have multiple isolated physical separated availability zone within a region. So India is a region. Okay, so India is a region. It will have a one data center. America has one, two, three different regions. Okay, Sydney is a one region. Okay, in a region there will be multiple availability zone. Okay, so each region will have multiple isolated physical separated availability zone within a geographical area. Okay, each availability zone has independent power, cooling and physical security and is connected via redundant ultra low latency network. Ultra low latency means speed or lag. So ultra low means if availability zone are talking to each other, so the speed is very high, very high, and latency means lag is very low. AWS infrastructure region meets the highest level of security, com- competence, and data protection. So, in a region, you can think like a collection of availability zone is called as region. Okay, so and in a particular country or in a particular continent, there are regions are created. Okay, and in each region, multiple availability zone are created. So you can connect to a particular region, and in that region a individual availability zone can be selected. So what is availability zone? An availability zone is one or more discrete data center with redundant power, network, and connectivity in a AWS region. So, okay, I can give you example of region by some other. That you have a mobile, right? If you enter any area, right now, if you are in Pune, right? In Pune also, let's say Viman Nagar. Viman Nagar considered as a region. In Viman Nagar, there are multiple towers. Each tower has its own backup, and each tower transmit its own radiation because Viman Nagar is very huge, right? It is of like consider like 5 kilometers radius, but each in Viman Nagar you have installed 10 antennas. Each antenna serves its individual capability and power backup. If any single antenna goes down, will it impact the whole Viman Nagar? No. The that antenna can be replaced by other nine antenna. Their power can be transmitted to that area. Does it make sense how region and availability zone are defined in Amazon? Yeah. So availability zone gives customers the ability to operate production application, the database that are more highly available, fault tolerance, and scalable than what would be possible for a single data center. So you can see this is what availability zone will look like. This is a data center or a warehouse type where all the server will be installed, and collection of this will be a region. So this availability zone, uh, multiple availability zone can be in a kilometer radius or it will be in different city. Like one data center is in Navi Mumbai, second might be in Rajasthan, third might be in Punjab. Okay, and collection of this is a region, and that region is called India region, or in Amazon right now it is called Mumbai region. Okay, so your data can be in any one of the availability zone. If you have put in the Mumbai region, it can be in Mumbai, it can be in Rajasthan, or it can be in Punjab. I'm giving an example of that, right? So all availability zone in a AWS region are interconnected with high bandwidth. I already told that. Low latency, over fully redundant, dedicated metro fiber provided high throughput, low latency network between AZs. Okay, AZs are physically separated by meaningful distance, many kilometers from any other AZs, although all are within 100 kilometers of each other. This is what Amazon has created availability zone. Okay, this is how the data center will look like. This is okay. Availability zone may be several data center, but if they are really close together, they will going to be counted as a one availability zone. Means if two availability zones are nearby, or if two data centers are nearby, we won't be calling it a different availability zone. It will be a single availability zone. So one availability zone could be two, three data center that are all within say a couple of miles for each other. The way if there is a flood, it might take out all three facility, or it might take out the one availability zone. So basically, how we are defining availability zone? If any disaster happen, only one availability zone should be hampering, not the all three together. Okay, that is how availability zone are defined. So any natural disaster is happen, or any issue with the power supply, or any disaster happen. Disaster can be power supply, uh, that riots happen in the country, or fiber cut happen, or flood came, anything, whatever the issue which hamper your connectivity with your server is called disaster. Okay, so that happen and you want to avoid that thing. So Amazon has make sure within a region you have different availability zone. Okay, if anything happen with one availability zone, you are connected to any other availability zone that is has to be made sure by the Amazon, and they have created their application or server accordingly. Okay, then you will have another availability zone that will be you know 100 miles away, and if the flood happen to one area, it's not going to affect the other area. Okay, this is again a data center, how the data center are going to look like. Okay, this is what the pictorial view of region and availability zone. In example of region, so we are working in America region, oh sorry, Mumbai region. Okay, and there is North Virginia region I have given you. There is a Sydney region in the AWS. We have seen the region, right? Different region, there will be at least two or more availability zone, availability zone A, B, C in this example, and they are all interconnected with each other. Okay, okay. So we have talked about, sorry, we have talked about edge location last week. So what is edge location? Edge location are the endpoint for AWS which you are going to cache your content. We talk about caching your data. Typically, this consists of CloudFront, Amazon Content Delivery Network. CloudFront is a service which Amazon provide, and it is a content delivery network. Okay, we are going to have a look in S3 section also in what is edge location. What is so from this diagram you can see you are the user. So you are putting your data here. Okay, and the data means if you want to access some data from here, okay, this user will directly access the data from S3 bucket, and if you want to cache, so the copy of that thing is going to be created here. Okay, and if the second user wants to access the same data, so that user doesn't have to go directly to S3. That he can just has to connect to the nearest edge location, and the response will be very fast. Does it make sense? अरे यार, नहीं. Are you clear about the edge location, or do you want to explain more? Okay. So what is difference between a region, availability zone, and edge location? Edge location is physically a region is a physical location in the world which consists of two or more availability zone. An availability zone is one or more discrete data center each within redundant power, network, and connectivity housed in separate facilities. Within a data center also, you know that, right? Here we have different buildings. So this is one data center, this is second data center, this is third data center, and combination of these three data center is availability zone. Okay. Edge location are endpoints of AWS which are used to cache the content. Typically, it consists of CloudFront, Amazon Content Delivery Network, CDN. We'll talk about this in more detail in future.